Hello and welcome to Incapable monotonous, a video format that I definitely did not steal from a tropical fruit. Actually, the tropical fruit stole it from me, even though I uploaded this idea 6 years before me. Really amazing, but enough talking, let's engage into the round somewhere in Colombia. And first to choose is the assault class, the only class of the game, ripped to all medic players. Sprint off, capture a point, and try to kill an enemy. Spray my 3 shots into the wall, overlook the enemy coming from the right, and get shot. Spawned again, I throw the best grenade I ever thrown, but also show an enemy why you shouldn't peek on a bridge where the whole enemy team is standing. Learning objective fulfilled, hope this gameplay will be soon shown in the school someday. In the end, however, I don't follow my own advice, peek way too obviously and pay the price. The medic helps me up after I whine in his ear for 20 seconds to revive me. Camped this staircase at first, shot past both sides of the enemy before I finally take him down. This is what you call technological warfare at its finest. As highly competent as I am, I thought it would be a good idea to snipe from 50 meters with a pistol because my assault rifle was out of ammo. The idea was as good as it sounds, just like the result. I blame the medic, he didn't put down the ammo box for me. Go back inside, prepare the trash bag here to make a statement about waste separation. Dump and dumber meet on the stairs. I win the duel until the entire enemy team comes up the stairs. Of course, I call the medic so he can tear apart the whole enemy team to revive me, but no one comes. Then Assassin's Creed Great Grandfather comes and knives me 3 times. After a few fights over point B, I get another kill that definitely wasn't set up by my teammates and forgot to reload, which is a disadvantage in the next fight. After dying 1,000 times at B, I thought it might be smart to attack the point E. This brilliant idea was rewarded by the fact that the point was empty and we can simply take it. Back in the fray, I do something that even disgusts me when I watch it again. I actually revive the teammate here. 1 or 2 kills later, I am revived by the medic. Go to flank, get another kill, revive a comrade again, and encounter the entire enemy team on the stairs again. You could say the boy doesn't learn from his mistakes. I said that was my most useful life I've had in this game so far, so be quiet. Doing the E trick again, the opponents even come this time, but with the front and back technique of the opponents, I simply have no choice and chance. Further fights on E later, my teammates steal my kills again, and I think again that I don't need my assault rifle at long distances and take my shotgun. Works just as well as the first time. Briefly break the legs once and there we have already lost a round. I blame the medics, they are actually responsible for everything, and I'm the 6th place of the leaderboard of my team. I guess that's all you need to hear from my team. Second round, new luck. I didn't know that the military counts there comes. But here we are, sitting comms for so many soldiers seems a little bit short. And after careful observation, we see what is missing in our team's constellation. That's right, an assault class. We use the new Mercedes AMG class T3.5B to take the enemy's point E. Arrive, I naturally clear the trench all by myself and think that I belong on the sniper tower with my assault rifle, but the enemy sniper thought differently. I keep running, see a few endangered mountain goats, but since I'm German and have extermination and death in my blood, I ensure that this species completely disappears from Earth. But then I really do see another specimen in the distance. After all good things come in threes. From the goat skin I will make myself a new scarf. Has all of this really happened in one lifetime and I'm still alive? Okay, then not after all. Medic is doing his job, but it must be the intern who is still shown enthusiasm at work. Of course, I repay him, but the second time it was too much of the good things. I see a tank, switch to NG, just scared a colleague up here there. I am a pacifist Gandhi himself, but twist, I'm the Gandhi from Civilization, here comes your nuke. House stormed, overlooked the enemy, so slowly I really need to fill an application that I'm clinically blind. Switch back to storm, kill an opponent, go into the house, die, run back into the house collapses. I slowly think God wants me to give me a sign. I shouldn't go there. Overlook an opponent again, I switch to NG, I can overlook our own tanks. Keep the whole thing running until I die and everyone is too proud to pick up the NG. Receipt follows, our tank is destroyed. Back to assault, shot a little on the heli and went around. Our squad had the most points and we occupy all 4 quadrants of the leaderboard, although I wanted to be in one of the top quarters, at least I wasn't that one. Last round, I pick assault again, drive back to the front with vroom vroom, gave the helicopter an equivalent of a slap. I realized then, when the real fight breaks out, I have no ammo left in my assault rifle and on a rather open map. I react quickly and loot the stuff lying in front of me and if possible happens, I am medic. I don't know from which crack I stole the weapon, but the SMG is pretty nice. Just sniped the shooter from a passing transport, flying the guy back to the spawn, and unfortunately I'm a millisecond too slow to save my teammate here, but at least my report it says he was always diligent. Then I blow the heli I had shot earlier out of the air with a weapon. Slowly this medic role is starting to become likable. This needs to change. Luckily an enemy helps me with that. Apparently playing medic was so contagious that suddenly I play socially and revive my teammates. I look down the corridor for enemies, kill one, found 2000 more, take another, second one with me. I bleed out in the alley like Batman's parents, but only the difference is that I don't have a son who will avenge me. Only teammates, though they are far too unqualified for that. Then I got the best spawn in the EU West, but I'm lucky that the MG position is still free on the tank. One like this, gone like that. I wanted to do a cool stunt here and jump over the tubes like Mario to surprise the enemy, but just like Mario against Bowser, I quickly realized that without a loaded weapon it's a dumb idea. I wanted to do something for our tank and send the enemy tank's breaker back to the Duckburg, but the earthworm named Medic down there objects and he does what he also does in the children's song after 3 packs of Marlboro Gold. He coughs and coughs me away. Time to keep our tanks alive, so time for NG. Of course, I get a delightful thank you for that. And I'm revived in the next life into 5 enemies. Finally, the swap starts to pay off. I find a tank, hit 1 shot, then it took off. I tried it with the heli. Yes, what else did you expect? Me and the colleagues, who somehow looks like a helldiver with this paint job, have been keeping the tank under continuous repair for 3 minutes. Without us, it would have a half-life of 20 seconds. A little later, I find another tank to play with, but I quickly realize it is guarded, and thus my tank hunt ends very quickly. Medic saves my butt. Question is for how long? A solid 10 seconds. Then the enemy mistakes me for a tank and shots his rocket launcher at me instead of the tank, but hey, I'm happy to be a human shield when it comes to protecting our own tanks. Managed to get into a tank gun again, and this time spent even less time in it than before. Records are being set here, but unfortunately in the negative range. First time flying and the pilot just jumps out of the helicopter. A bit unexpected, but hey, time for me to take off the flight stick. When things got tight, I followed my predecessor's lead and jumped out, but didn't have a smooth landing as my predecessors. That was it for the round. Thought I got the first 2 points without any problem and ripped the rest of the 3 points. That's how I know it from the casino. Yes, and that was the first episode of Incompetent and Monotonous. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.